What's good, everyone? It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another GeoGuessr video. Today I'm playing some Unexplored World, which is a map that includes all the countries that are not normally included on GeoGuessr. This makes it a lot of fun to make guesses on because I can't use the normal Google car meta and that kind of thing. I have to rely on a lot of real life geographical knowledge for this. So let's get straight into it. And this one's going to be a play along. So hit the link in the description to see how you measure up against me, if you so wish. Let's get into it. Alright, first round here, we appear to be in Asia somewhere. I feel like we've had this one on the series at some point. We've got these yellow rear plates, Thai-looking language. Surely this is somewhere in Laos. It really does feel that way. I think with a language like this, that would probably be the only country that really fits here at all. I think the language in Myanmar looks quite a bit different with all these pearls and circular shapes. So it should be somewhere in Laos, and it has to be somewhere where there is no Google coverage because of the way this map works. And so I'm thinking of just going somewhere out here or something like that. Let's try it. Ends up being 165 kilometers away. We'll take that. A very, very nice start indeed. Okay, next one here. Okay, this is interesting. I believe this is a cypress bollard, and that is also supported by the fact that we're driving on the left-hand side of the road here. Yeah, this is a cypress bollard because it looks like a Turkish one, but much thicker. And so we also have like the big wooden poles, which you often see in Greece. So that's another reason that we might be in Cyprus here. And yeah, when it's a dry climate, driving left-hand side of the road in the northern hemisphere pretty much has to be in Cyprus. No other countries really work. So let's just go over here and hope for the best, and something a decent guess on the other side of the island, but still definitely solid. Okay, next one here. We are loading into what seems to be perhaps a Central American location. Actually, we have some French here. Papa Bonheur Internet. Interesting indeed. Okay, we got a something grande instance. Interesting. So, okay. So is this Africa or is this some island out in the Pacific? I would say it's Africa. Certainly the people look African. Lualaba. Interesting. And a blue and white curb is also quite unique as well. You wouldn't see that too often around the place. Yeah, okay, so it's definitely French speaking. It's definitely, almost certainly in Africa. And we have a place name here, Lualaba, which we'll find out, I guess, soon enough, if that actually is the place name. But this, why am I zooming into America? This over here, this roof looks very Nigerian, so I do wonder if we're in a country close to Nigeria here. Perhaps Togo could be a good fit. I believe Togo is French-speaking, at least Benin would be as well, so I think either of those two could be a good fit here. Might feel a bit more tropical, so maybe further down the south of the country, but it certainly kind of has a similar feel to the two countries I mentioned, so I think I'll probably just go for that. We got, yeah. Let's give that a go. And so it ends up being actually in Democratic Republic of Congo, all the way in the south. Doesn't seem like that place name I had was actually accurate at all, or at least was a place name at all. But okay, we do struggle on that third round there. Okay, next one here. We are at nighttime. I feel like I've had this round before as well, but whereabouts is it is a good question. It seems to be somewhere in the Arabian Peninsula, I would say. It feels quite wealthy. We've got short number plates as well. I think that's also a good tell. Yeah, it feels quite wealthy and quite clean as well, and the walls around all the houses definitely do remind me of UAE. Of course, we can't be UAE, or at least I don't think so, because that normally has Google coverage. So I'm thinking Qatar, I'm thinking of Bahrain, I'm thinking of Kuwait. I might try Qatar here though. Qatar does like seem appealing to me just because of how much it reminds me of the UAE. So I think I'll go for that. Let's try it. Ends up being in Bahrain, or actually Saudi Arabia. Where do the two countries split? Is it right here? Yeah, so it'll be right there. So that actually was Saudi Arabia, but all things considered, quite close. And it was a good read for me as well, I would say. Okay, the final one here should just be somewhere in, yeah, this is an easy Vietnam based on the language. Vietnam is one of the most, unique looking languages. Just from a glance, you can tell that you're in Vietnam. And the good thing about Vietnam is often the place, the shops have the place name on them. So let's see if we can see that. And so we should be somewhere in Phan Thiet. Which I'm not sure what that is, but I think with a minute to go, we can definitely probably get very close here. So Thang Viet, is that it? Fun? Yep. Okay, we found the place very quickly here, and so we're on Nguyen Hu Tup. Let's see if I can find that. So I imagine that we are actually over here, probably. But could it just be a similar place name? It does look touristy on the map here with all these hotels. So I wonder, does this look touristy? It certainly could be. Can we see that place name anywhere else here? Nguyen Hua is seeming to show up a little bit more here. So I wonder if that will also show up. Obviously, Nguyen, or however you pronounce it, is a very ubiquitous name in Vietnam. So it's going to be maybe tough to find it. But I think we probably should just keep it where we had it. If it's not there, I assume it's going to be somewhere in this kind of region here. Yeah, it might be a small town, and so it might be impossible to find in these last few seconds. So let's see where it actually was. Were we correct? And good, we were 19 kilometers away in this part of the town. That is a good result. That is a good result, honestly. I'll take that. Good bit of scanning, and we came up with an 18k. Obviously, a very tough African round in between 4 easier rounds, but we'll take that. Not bad at all. Let's move into the second seed, shall we? All right, seed number 2 here. Let's see what we've got going on over here. This one should be somewhere in France. I think it might be French overseas here. We have blue on both sides of the plate, I think, but this pole, most of all, seemed very French to me. It's a holy pole with these metal brackets around it. Oh, we've got a French flag even. Okay, so that makes sense. And a Brazilian flag, so surely we're in French Guiana here. This would only make sense, right? And so, where are we going to be here? It does have French language as well. Feeling very good about this guess. Whereabouts? I'm not really seeing anything that's actually going to help us pinpoint this much. I think if we're going to get a good score, it basically has to be on these businesses here. And if I was GeoWizard and I had another half hour to spare and I wanted to get that 25k, I certainly could be bothered scanning here. But as for me, I think I'll probably just take somewhere in Cayenne here. And so let's see if we can find in the last little minute like a bar called Domino. So we have to be in a fairly downtown area here. We have, what's this one? Chez Julieta. Yeah, okay, so we can definitely give that a go. Central Hotel. We even have a looks like a bit of Vietnamese there, is it? No, it's probably not, but it's an interesting looking one though. It's probably a bit further out of town. It doesn't feel particularly built up. Ches? I guess that's a similar sounding place, but ends up just being over here. And it would have been hard to find, I think, because it was not properly marked, that Domino place, was it? No. Oh, it was actually. Okay. So we get 2.9 kilometers away. I'm not sure why I'm complaining about that. It's pretty good indeed. Especially a nice way to start the seed, especially if we want to go for a high score. Okay, so the next one here feels like Central America, maybe? Could even see like Venezuela or Caribbean or something like that. We have 2 African-looking people on the real estate sign there. Plates are short, like you'd see in Central America, I would say. A blue plate there. Okay, this one should be somewhere in the Bahamas then. Blue plates and yellow plates are often in the Bahamas, so we could probably see more of them here. That's a reddish plate. Okay, I still think that's good for the Bahamas. I think they just use a lot of different colors over there. And, oh wow, we are near Kingston and Black River. And so Kingston, we perhaps actually in Jamaica here. Kingston there. Let's see if we can see a Black River or a Negril or a, what else? Okay, this is a bit scary. There's another Kingston in Barbados, right? Is it? No, that's Bridgetown. Oh, where's Kingston? Where's the second Kingston? We gotta go fast here. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Kingston, and what else? What else? Black River. Oh no, I'm very worried about this. I don't see the other places. I think we're basically committed though. Oh, it doesn't feel quite right, does it? Oh no, this is wrong. This is wrong. It was Jamaica. Negril comes up immediately on the map as I see it. Why did that? I probably looked straight at it, didn't I? I should have just switched back. I should have been a bit faster there. That is unfortunate indeed. Oh man, why do they have to have 2 places called Kingston? I will never know. And also, I think I've watched a few videos in Jamaica and everything, never seen those plates, so feeling a bit unlucky about that. Okay, this one should be in somewhere in Burkina Faso, right, with the BF. Can't imagine another country would get the BF domain before Burkina Faso did, so probably just in the capital somewhere here. Is the Burkina Faso capital on the border somewhere here? No, it's actually just over here. That would make sense. I think we're there because it feels very dry. Definitely feels right. Can we find this place, I wonder? Central de... yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. It's not, maybe... Like, this feels too generic, I think. It says CA, but again, that might be too hard to find, and I'm not even sure if it even is a CA. So I think I'll just guess Central in the city here, and we'll see. It ends up being 600 meters away. That's probably the best outcome that could have happened there, to be honest. Okay, next one here. Oh man, we could have been on such a good score right now. Instead, we are not. We appear to be somewhere in... we're driving right with yellow number plates on the rear. This almost feels like Caucasus, but not quite maybe. And we do have long plates over here. Yeah, so Central Asia or Caucasus, surely. But it's a lot of palms, so it does feel quite warm. What does that say? Skane? Something? Yeah, this is interesting. This is interesting. A bit of Arabic there. Okay. But it also feels quite, Mediterranean, like a mild climate, as opposed to a lot of the other places in the Middle East, I would say. I did wonder about Lebanon here because of the milder looking climate, but I guess also like something further over could work as well. I think I might try a Lebanon here, honestly, just because it kind of reminds me of Australia, and a lot of the vacations I think I've seen Lebanons that look quite a bit like Australia. Now, the number plates don't ring a bell though, so maybe Syria could work. Just not really sure. Just not really sure, to be honest. Iraq even could work here, I feel, with that climate. But it's going to be one of those ones. I think one of the ones that I mentioned is really the correct answer here. So let's find out. Let's find out. And it was actually in Algiers. Algeria, of course. Makes a lot of sense. Right latitude, right climate, and everything. And yeah, obviously, like I say in a lot of my videos that Tunis often reminds me of kind of like an Adelaide climate. It's a little bit drier, but similar to Adelaide. This is exactly the same in Iran, I imagine. So a little bit annoying there, but that's the way this map goes sometimes. And we have some Spanish here. What is this all about then? Okay, it's definitely a green number plate, which is strange. I think it's Central America. Look, we've got an American car here, American car here. Do we have any more? That looks like it's probably an American car. Yeah. Feeling confident with this Spanish plus that should be Central America. And can we work out the country here? 022 Domestico. Yeah, should be somewhere around here. Belize seems like a decent option. All this stuff feels quite old, so maybe I'm not really sure which country would fit that best. I mean, could it even be Cuba? Not really sure with these kind of newer looking cars. I think often in Cuba you would have kind of older looking cars dominating the streets. So yeah, feeling good about Central America. Belize or El Salvador. I kind of like Belize, I can't lie. But no, I'm gonna stick with the hedge and go El Salvador here. And it ends up being in Venezuela. That makes a lot of sense, but this was a disastrous seed, 11,000 points. And especially after we got this score on number 1 and this score on number 3, everything else was pretty much as bad as I play. So, okay, let's head for one more seed here. Probably a bunch of you guys beat me on that one. I have to imagine that a bunch of you guys managed to beat me on that one. I hope for some rounds with some nice clues. It looks like we might be near like a... I'm not sure what that's going to be. We're in some kind of a petrol station here. Here's the guy who's taking the photo. Got the aviators on. Okay, feeling pretty cool. Feeling pretty good about himself, I guess. Like Central America feels decent here. South America even possible. But I like Central America. Kind of looks like an American number plate here. So honestly, I am a little bit worried about Venezuela again here. This number plate almost does remind me of the number plate in the last round. So I do kind of wonder about that. But is that actually worth going for here? I'm not so sure. We've got a yellow painted bottom of the pole here. I bet that's a meta somewhere. Do I actually try it here? The sun is to the north, so southern hemisphere solidly here. That would be what that suggests, but I'm not quite sure I believe that, to be honest. I mean, it would have to be Paraguay then. And I don't think this is Paraguay. It does not look like Paraguay to me. So maybe Venezuela. Maybe Venezuela's the play here. I'm gonna make the same mistake. It's just gonna be Central America, isn't it? But screw it. I'm going for Caracas area here. Let's try Venezuela, shall we? And it was actually in Venezuela. Let's go. I wonder how many people have got that right, because well, after the last one, it only made sense to try it out, and we were correct. So, do Venezuela plates actually have a little bit of green on them? Because I think that one almost had a bit of a green tinge again. Oh, we had these plates in the last episode, or the one where I was playing against Chicago Europe, and it was it Ivory Coast, Liberia? Was it Liberia? Oh no, it wasn't Liberia, was it? It was one of these West African countries on the coast. I'm pretty sure of it. And where was it though? I like the number plates. They're super unique. Blue with a red strip. I'm just trying to see if we can see any language here. It's so blurry. It's actually crazy how blurry this is. But Bank of Africa, so we have a bit of English there. But this pole is like French style, so I think it's probably French Africa. Okay. Yeah, a bit of French here, bit of French here. Oh my gosh, can I remember it? Ivory Coast. I think it was Ivory Coast, maybe. Yeah, that would make sense. French poles, and these awesome number plates. I feel like that does make sense. I think also, like, it's quite a poor country, and this definitely does not feel particularly built up, so I'll go for that. I'm pretty sure it's correct, and it is nice. We're in this next city up. That's pretty good. Okay, next one here. This one should be somewhere in long white number plate there, probably somewhere in the Caribbean here. Yellow rear plates here of varying lengths. That is interesting. Oh, that is interesting. What is that all about? Could it be Fiji here? It does have white center lines, so I do consider that a possibility. But it is rather flat as well, at least from what we can see here. And I can't remember what the Fijian number plates look like, so probably still leaning Caribbean more here, but a little bit worried about that, I can't lie. I think I should go for Caribbean here, but which country? St. Kitts and Nevis always seems like a good hedge. I feel like this is pretty close to the equator, so maybe no, not Barbados. St. Vincent and Grenadines, you hardly ever get ones there. We already tried it once today. Anything else to say here? The white center lines is probably the most interesting part of this round. I'm prepared for it to be somewhere in the Pacific Islands, honestly. Did I say yellow as well? Why does it look like it's yellow and then white? Oh, I'm gonna try this. Let's see if we're right. And it was actually in Mauritius. Mauritius strikes again. Mauritius, I swear, is the hardest country to get on this because it looks so normal. Like, it looks so, like it doesn't have too much to distinguish it, I feel. But okay, we've got a car pulled over to the left here, so immediately wondering about Cyprus. Ooh, now someone commented in the last video that often rental vehicles for tourists in tourist areas have red number plates in Cyprus. I remember that, and I'm thinking we go straight for it, guys. I'm thinking we go straight for it here. So let's see. We're probably like right here, and we're looking at the cliff going all the way out there. Maybe? Could work. Could work. I'm gonna try it. Let's go. I mean, it was the compass was wrong here, but that is okay. And we take a nice points there based off of that good little bit of knowledge that I retained. Okay, last one of the video, and we are looking at something in the Middle East here, and we have a lot of Arabic, presumably. We have long white number plates here. This feels like North Africa to me, no? I could see it being elsewhere, but kind of felt like North Africa based on, you know, the port cable management. I feel like it would be a bit better in the Middle East, maybe. That's just a bit of prejudice, maybe. I'm not really sure if that's would actually be a good clue. It's hard to say. Like, the breakdown of cars is interesting because we don't have too many European cars, quite a lot of Asian ones. So that makes me think we're probably more likely to be in Asia than Africa. Yeah, I still could see it going either way, really. I might try actually, like, Afghanistan here. You almost never get Afghanistan, but I kind of want to try that, to be honest. Let's go for Afghanistan here. And it ends up being in Syria. Makes a lot of sense. And we're right near Turkey there, which is cool. But we get 11,900, a slight improvement. I think we actually played better on this game, but of course, whenever you have Mauritius, life becomes a lot harder. Well, guys, I thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the play along. And yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Catch you later. Goodbye.